My penis was oscillating between extremely sensitive and borderline traumatized.
This one's wife. Break? From what? Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor, and there are a few things to catch up on in relation to the activities of this one's wife and explaining her behaviour through the prism of her narcissism following my recent absence on my Christmas and New Year break. It would appear that this one's wife and this one had a break in Costa Rica. Mail Online at the time, through Catherine Lawton, explained, "Life's a beach for Prince Harry and this one's wife as they catch some winter sun, jetting to Costa Rica on family break to enjoy paradise sands and rainforests." Harry and this one's wife jetted off on a family break to Costa Rica with their 2 children to enjoy paradise sands and stunning rainforests. Yes, whilst many of you would have probably been enduring wet and windy weather in certain parts of the world, watching as the rain continued to hammer down and your flight was cancelled owing to the fact that it was too windy for the plane to land safely, you can, of course, comfort yourself that knowing as your year ended, with facing the cost of living crisis and the continuing uncertainties as global hotspots become even more fractious, leading to uncertainty for many of the world's population, you could at least relax knowing that the 2 grifters were taking a break from their arduous schedule by going to Costa Rica. Yes, they needed a break. But a break from what precisely? They don't actually do anything. Neither of them have proper jobs. It's not the case that they are formidable content creators. They just swan around, behaving as if they were still in the royal family, even when they are not, turning up at events where nobody really wants to see them as a consequence of desperation to get them exposed in some shape or form, and invariably attracting more and more ridicule. They don't run companies. They have a foundation to which they dedicate an hour a week. That has been a self-admission by them. It's not like they are particularly involved in creating some company where, like other entrepreneurs, would be working round the clock, sleeping in the office, not drawing a salary, etc., really going through the mill in order to make their dream come true. That, of course, is not something that's applicable to this one and this one's wife. For a start off, Harry doesn't understand the meaning of hard work. He's always had it comparatively easy as a consequence of the privilege into which he was born. That wasn't his fault, but it would be inaccurate to suggest that he understands the concept of hard work. With regard to this one's wife, she doesn't believe that she ought to work for anything. She believes, driven by her narcissism, that everything should be handed to her on a plate, and therefore it is with great entertainment that we learn that they took a break. Not a break from working, perhaps a break from being irritating to much of the world, perhaps a break from getting in the faces of so much of the world's population. Apparently, the pair were seemingly spotted walking through the trees and riding in a golf buggy. So brave, so inspiring, having arrived at the popular holiday destination on December the 14th. The couple apparently spent much of the vacation relaxing at scenic Playa Carrillo and the local beaches of Guanacaste province, famous for their perfect sands and world-class resorts, before departing after a week. This one's wife could be seen sporting a large straw hat. She wears hats, so talented. Also, she wore a black dress and white trainers as she carried the pair's daughter, 2-year-old Lilibet, through the forest. Another image showed Harry and this one's wife sitting inside a green golf buggy, while Archie, 4, appeared to perch on his father's lap amid rows of palm trees. The pair have followed in the footsteps of A-listers such as superstar Shakira, comedian Kevin Hart, and actress Jane Seymour, who have all made recent visits to the picturesque country. Harry and this one's wife's flee for winter sun comes amid reports that the pair will not be attending Royal Christmas at Sandringham, instead expected to stay in the US with their children. Pausing there, naturally, they needed to take a holiday because they are so overworked. They've done so much in the course of last year. It must be so difficult for this one's wife. Such a hard life that she leads, always being fucking useless, being an abject loser, whatever she turns her hand to, it failing and her being ridiculed thereafter. But of course, it once again demonstrates a level of entitlement that this woman operates to, and the necessity of ensuring that the world knows about the fact that here she is, off on another break. She went to Portugal for a little break not so long ago. She had a break, in effect, in Dusseldorf. It's hardly taxing walking in front of veterans, is it? Then there was another break when they were arsing around in Canoein, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They're going to be rivaling Beatrice and Eugenie for their ability to holiday at this rate. The fact is that this one's wife looks at it as taking a break, but it's simply ligging around, engaging in these behaviours of expecting the world to take notice of her, doing something that most of the world would be thinking, we're not really interested in why you're doing that, we're not interested in the fact that you've gone on a break, save, of course, from the fact that it provides me with another opportunity to explain her behaviour through the prism of her narcissism. The fact is, untalented woman and prince go for break and take their children with them for once. That's all it is. Lots of people go on holiday. Lots of people go on holiday with their children. Naturally, all this does is it result in further criticism for this one's wife. She will never learn that she has hit that point whereby so much of what she does will always attract that criticism. In the below-the-line comments, Ms. Alice Palace writes, "A break from what?" Diving John, "Their carbon footprint is staggering at this stage. It's very much do as I say, not what I do. Sickening." Mama Bear 3 thought they were worried about global warming. Guess the jet planes they use don't create climate change issues. Leo Finch, they're on a permanent holiday, given neither has full-time employment, and whose private jet did they commandeer to get there, because we know damn well that they didn't sit on a commercial flight. Livy001, even bigger carbon footprint. Daisy Pop 60, they're on one long holiday, aren't they? The work has dried up, nobody wants the hassle. Immediately, people identifying the two main thrusts of the reportage of this holiday. Firstly, the hypocrisy of their eco-credentials, and two, what do they need a holiday for? They don't actually do anything. They are just on a permanent holiday because nobody wants anything to do with them. No praise, no delight in the fact that they're taking a break, but once again the ridicule which forms challenge fuel for this one's wife. She won't change. She will always continue to behave in this manner, behaving and doing certain things which cause us to all realise that she repeatedly fails to read the room. And once again, she seeks to take a break, which immediately results in the question being asked, what are you actually taking a break from? I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.